And welcome back to Sports Weekly on IEMG. Now we're closely following former Cajon quarterback Jayden Daniels, now with LSU and one of the front runners to win the Heisman Trophy. Well, we might have another Cajon star at LSU. It sure looks like it because Ciela Pickett, the softball star, has verbally committed to the LSU Tigers. She was a basketball star and a softball star, but guess what? She's decided to focus on softball and take her talents to LSU. Congratulations to Ciela Pickett and her family on the commitment to LSU. We had a chance to talk to her about why she chose the Tigers and why she's sticking with softball. Because, again, remember, she was a great basketball player as well. Here's our interview with Ciela Pickett of Cajon High School. And now join us here on the program. She just committed to the LSU Tigers, a very big deal. One of our local softball stars, Ciela Pickett from Cajon High School. And Ciela, first off, congratulations, on that commitment to LSU. Is it a sense that burden is gone now that you've at least verbally committed to where you want to be, and you don't have to worry about that now?
First, I want to say thank you. And I would say, so to speak, it's kind of like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders. But I also know nothing's in writing yet. So there is still more work to be done to just complete the job.
Obviously, I'm going to guess this was like a lifelong goal of yours, right? To get a Division I scholarship?
Yes. And LSU was my dream school.
And why was it your dream school?
It's like a home away from home. Every time I've been to LSU, it's been nothing but love. The coaches have made it very clear, that's where they wanted me to be. And my dad's side of the family is from Louisiana. So it's just having that connection out there was I can see myself going to school here.
Now, I can't be the first person to be like, oh, there's another famous Cajon alum at LSU right now, Jayden Daniels, the quarterback for the football team. But I see your Go Tigers LSU sweater. To be able to go on such a big stage at the Division I level from the Inland Empire, from the city of San Bernardino, Cajon High School. What do you think it says about, the level of softball, the kind of softball that we play here in the CBL, in the city, in the IE? Because, there's a hotbed, man. There's so many good players.
Yeah, I think it says a lot about us. I just feel we're very talented in the Inland Empire. For example, in our league, we have people like Cam, Jada, just very, very high level athletes that obviously we're kind of under the radar a little bit. But once we get our time to shine, we kind of we rise in those moments.
Now, I saw some of those pictures on Twitter and social media about going out to LSU on that visit. And I don't know if it looked like a big purple throne in the LSU colors and whatnot. What was that experience like and just that whole recruiting process with the Tigers?
They don't lie when they say when you go to LSU, you never come back the same. It's something about the Southern hospitality and just not only the way they care for their athletes, but they care for you more as a person, that was a big thing for me in my recruiting process. I'm much bigger than just the softball player. I want them to see me for Ciela Pickett, the person. And that's what they kind of showed me on my visit. And they've made it very clear, who I am as a person comes before who I am as an athlete, which that was very important to me and my family.
Yeah, I would say it probably gives your family some peace of mind because being so far from home, like you said, but you've got family, extended family in Louisiana, but to be away from your immediate family, I guess you could say, that's some peace of mind being so far from home.
Yes.
Well, Ciela, listen, I interviewed Dominic Pickett at Rancho Verde and then UC Riverside and Lavelle. I interviewed him for football, but I know he played baseball as well at Redlands East Valley. Now he signed with UC Davis. He's up there with the Aggies. Who's the most competitive in the family? Who was the best athlete, would you say, growing up?
The best athlete, I would say, was probably Lavelle, but we're all very competitive. None of us like to lose. So even when we would just go outside in the front yard or play basketball, throw the football around, it would get competitive. There'd be tears, fights. Whoever lost, we would not talk for 3 days. Our house is just very competitive, and we all just love to win. But at the end of the day, we're all very close, and we want to see each other do great things. And I just think our relationships allows us to push each other without taking it personal.
Mm-hmm. Do you look to your older brothers as like motivation? Look to them maybe to advice going through the recruiting process, or what it takes to play at the college level, anything like that?
Yeah, I would say my brothers are my biggest role models. Like just seeing them basically do it the right way, like put school first, but still be able to be the best that they can at their craft. Like just having them as my examples just pushed me to work harder. Like they did it, so why can't I do it? That's kind of how I felt growing up a lot.
Now, Ciela, I know we're in basketball season right now, but I was talking to Coach Haynes, and I know you're all in on softball, but you're going to put basketball on pause. I don't know for good or for at least this season. But why did you decide to go like full on softball and not play basketball this year?
I just felt like I would be doing the school, obviously now LSU, a disservice if I was kind of like just playing basketball and softball at the same time, not giving my full undivided attention to softball, which is what they're paying me to go to school for. So I'm like, I would be doing them a disservice and myself a disservice of not being able to, put all my time and effort into softball to be able to reach my full potential and do the great things I aspire to do.
At any point, was that a hard decision? Like, hey, should I go the basketball route or should I go the softball route? Or were you always, hey, softball's my first love, I'm following softball till the bitter end? Or was that a tough decision at some point?
It was definitely, especially after last season, the season I had, it was definitely a tough decision. I was like, I love basketball and I love softball, but it was just something I had to sit down with my family and my brothers and just talk like, what's going to benefit me the most in the long run here. And we decided that maybe playing basketball wasn't going to be the best thing as of right now in the position I am. So we're just like, we're all in on softball. It's time for the real work to begin.
And finally, Ciela, Cajon has been very good the last couple of years, but the CBL's tough. I mean, Beaumont, Yucaipa, there's some really good CBL teams right now. What are your goals? What are your expectations for this upcoming spring?
We're definitely going to try and win this league title. And like the bigger goal is to win CIF. We felt like last year we were right on the brink. One pitch changed the whole game against Santiago. And we felt like if we could have won that game, then we would have won a ring. And we added some key freshmen this year. So we feel like they're going to play a big role in, helping us go get another ring.
Well, Ciela, congratulations to you and your family on committing to LSU. Very exciting. And again, following kind of in the footsteps of the great Jaden Daniels, who is obviously making headlines right now. So we got the San Bernardino to, the Cajon to LSU connection continuing here. So congratulations, Ciela, and best of luck this upcoming softball season.
Thank you.
All right, that's Ciela Pickett here on the show. Congratulations to Ciela and go Tigers. That's going to do it for this edition of Sports Weekly on IEMG. My name is Pep Fernandez. Make sure you subscribe to the IE Media Group YouTube channel, and we will see you next time.